Sports at 5. With just 2 days left in the state legislative session, lawmakers approved hundreds of bills today with little discussion.
But they had a lot to say about a bill intended to prevent mass shootings by banning assault rifles. Our Daryl Huff explains why the measure died.
Neighbor Island and rural district lawmakers actually have a lot of power in the state legislature, and today they flexed that muscle with dramatic results.
Supporters of the assault weapons ban said it would reduce the risk of heavily armed masked killers by limiting their bullets so they can be stopped by police.
The opportunity they have to do that is primarily when they're reloading. And if you have a 100-round canister, you don't have to reload very often.
But supported by a gallery full of gun rights supporters, rural senators said the bill would disarm people who need weapons to take on feral pigs or other invasive species, and harms hunters who have had larger magazines for years.
We are actually making them criminals by possession of magazines that we had legalized before they bought it. And now by their mere possession, because we decide to pass this bill, we decide to label them as criminals. And that to me is unethical and should not be tolerated by this body. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further discussion? Senator Rhodes?
The bill in its original condition will not only restrict law-abiding citizens who legally carry, but this will also restrict our law enforcement officers.
Only Judiciary Chair Carl Rhodes defended the bill, saying existing owners won't face bans.
The grandfathering is already in there. This bill will make us safer, not less safe.
But the critics forced a vote on an amendment to grandfather many more weapons.
Now, the big picture is this amendment creates a huge carve-out for the sale of assault weapons. If we pass it, it basically eviscerates the underlying bill.
The Senate President, Kauai's Ron Kochi, called for a show of hands and declared the amendment dead, but then was forced to call a roll call vote. And with the vote tied at 12-12, it was his turn.
Mr. President.
Aye.
13 ayes, 12 noes.
Amendment passes.
The bill was sent back to committee with no time to be revived this year.
And that was pretty much all the drama today. Even the controversial proposal to potentially give HECO liability protection passed pretty easily, along with hundreds of other measures, all headed to the governor's office. The legislative session technically ends on Friday. Daryl Huff, Hawaii News Now.
Thank you, Daryl.